So hang up.
Oh my god.
Yes, I did
I think
it.
you're doing it.
I pushed it.
Mr. Pork
I did
Chop.
it. And then I
Press the
put this.
buttons.
And then no shit, no, god damn it. That. I think I did it right.
You boomered that hard. 3, 2. Oh my god, Mr. Pork Chop!
Wake up to morning roast, Mr. Pork Chop and Xray Girl serving up the latest news with a side of laughter twirl.
You do you. But I'll do myself. Oh no, God.
Morning roast podcast, the day
I like a rich tea when it's like super soggy and it's like flopping around.
We'll keep you in the loop with jokes and banter. There's never a moment to droop. Tune in with your morning brew. Let's ignite the spark. Morning roast podcast. It's a journey in the dark.
Actually, I think a cup of coffee is just what I need.
Yeah.
I want that in my mouth.
Where's the girl? I need a cup of coffee.
Hello.
Did anyone see what Mr. Pork Chop did?
No, no one did.
I think so. I see laughs in the chat.
No.
Abe, did you see what Pork Chop did? That rough intro. This is what happens. It's fine.
It's
he
fine.
did it eventually. He did it eventually. So good for you, Mr. Pork Chop. I'm proud of you.
All right.
Let me just rewind to the beginning. Oh yeah.
I did that already.
I think I saw everything. I'm watching it right now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They saw everything. It was a valiant effort, though, to be fair.
On.
What? Would you? I totally missed it. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I had clothes on.
You saying I didn't?
Can you imagine?
What does that mean?
Quick.
Quick, throw them back on. Oopsies, oopsie poopsies. And this is why you don't go on camera without clothes. You never know.
Exactly.
Literally, this line in my room, do not go past naked, just in case. You never know. Or unless you have the cover on the camera, which I do sometimes. You never know. I don't need that on the internet.
No. Well, no.
No, I don't need it. I'm sure other people need it, but I don't need it.
Hello. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. I have not only my coffee, but I have my pre-workout because I'm gonna need it. It also has caffeine in it.
Nice. Excellent.
Hopping off the walls. How about you? What are you doing?
I'm good. I'm exhausted. I work 2 days a week and then I am just exhausted for a month.
Oh my God. You poor human being. How am I supposed to pity you when you say 2 days out of a month?
Yeah. It's fine. But yeah, no, I'm good. I'm sad.
Why?
Because you're leaving me.
Oh my God. I will be in the mountains of Peru adventuring. I'm so excited, which is also why I look so cruppy today. Sorry, chat. I do have eyes on my chest, so make sure you tell him that I had him on my chest. And he was smiling. And he stayed there for over an hour.
Wow. That must be some sort of record, I think. Maybe. Who knows?
You're his family. I wouldn't know.
Don't ask me.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, a lot has happened in the last couple of weeks. I know you watched a television show that I did not watch because I was sleepy. So why don't we start with that?
Sure. It was good.
That's it. Anything else?
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm absolutely loving. I'm absolutely loving the penguin. The penguin is amazing.
What about it was so good? The episode.
It's the character development between Oz and Victor. And also actually
a
the development,
bromance.
and also the development between Sophia and Oz as well.
I mean, Sophia, I can change her, and she's made me a lesbian. I'm just saying, she's so hot.
Really? Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, I can understand why guys are into it. Like, she's literally so insane. So you kind of know that she might be crazy in bed,
Mhm.
but then she's also hot. And yeah, I understand men, right? Am I
Yeah.
right, chat?
Am I right?
I don't know. I didn't watch it because I was so sleepy last night. But yeah. Oh, see, Pete says Sophia is hot.
Sophia's hot. I don't know. Yeah, she's I guess she's hot in an unconventional way. She's not like
So she's crazy hot. Like she's
she's
crazy and she's hot.
yeah.
That's the best way to explain it, I think. Right, chat? One's in the chat if that's what you think about Sophia Falcone.
That's what they're doing so well at the moment, is the kind of the crazy, is the tension. It's the tension between the characters, which is nuts, in my opinion.
Well, I just judging from the first two episodes, they do set up so well where it's like, one person's lying to the other and the same thing vice versa. And yet they're having this conversation where they're trying to be civil, but at the same time trying to get their points across or their goals across. And they're a bit opposite. So you're like, how are they going to move through this conversation as civil as possible, but still get what they want because they're evil?
Yeah.
And they will probably do whatever. Like, yeah, Penguin doesn't care about killing people. Right?
There was like
He's
a moment.
brutal.
There was a moment in this episode where he's literally like millimeters away from like killing someone, or like he's right on the edge. He could flip so quickly, and like it comes across as that that tension. It's the same kind of tension you get with Homelander in The Boys. It's kind of like you feel really uneasy because of all that power that he has. So like I feel like he has a lot of power over Victor, and Victor is obviously feeling quite he's feeling like he's been coerced into doing all these things for Oz. He feels conflicted as well because he's a good boy, but he, if he goes down the dark path, he can become.
My God, it's like the Joker. It just takes a certain nudge off the edge. Certain actions, the corruption of someone who's pretty good. Because when you're that young and impressionable, like you see this life that the Oz has, this very ugly, fat.
Yeah. Victor's recruited by fear and force, really, wasn't he? And then I feel like Oz is growing to respect Victor as a person, but there's like a massive asterisk there, but he's controlling him so much. Like he's like, oh, I want you to grow, I want you to become this person that you've wanted to become, but then like he's pushing him and he's molding him into this like underworld character that's making some decisions, and he made a decision right at the end.
A shocking one, probably.
So like it's, I guess like there's, I don't know. But he saw something happening. He made a decision where he could have stopped everything or, let something happen. And he made a decision, and obviously, he wants out. Victor wants out, but does he? Like he does, but he doesn't. He wants the power. He wants the money. He wants more in his life.
Comes with being in that position, but he has to wrestle with, am I okay doing some of the bad things in order to get all the positives that he wants. And that's something that most humans, if not all humans, wrestle with on some level, maybe not the level of like hurting people and putting them in trunks and whatnot, but like, you know, it's as easy as you go to a grocery store, you want, you know, this whatever food, you could go pay for it. You could take it. But what are you going to do? Are you going to be the law-abiding citizen, or are you going to be the bad person and take from someone else, hurting them in order to gain on your favor? And I think that humanistic element, it's something that we don't explore enough. Like when we talk about evil, we talk about like Disney, how their version of evil is someone did something bad to me, so I'm okay doing something bad to other people. And that's not a great look or rationalization for someone to do bad things, right?
Yeah. In Victor's case, they showed you like how he's gone down this path, and they showed you this whole sequence of events, and I believe it was at the end of the Batman, right, where stuff was blown up, the seawall was blown up, and all that sort of thing, and that was where Victor's story begins. Really, it's like the end of one life, and he's now on this new route, and it's how that those awful things can happen to him, and he's gone down this route now, and he's owning it now. It's crazy.
Yeah, at least he's owning it. Some people don't. And I think that's something that also good writing, I haven't gotten to that part, so I don't know, but good writing can make very interesting. Like once you start pushing to the dark side and you like it, that's another very humanistic element, right?
Yeah,
That we don't see.
I'm not sure he's liking it, and I don't know if this Victor character is this a made up for the Penguin, or is this a character that has been seen in the comic books before? I know it's very like this whole Penguin season or series is very loosely based on.
So I've heard. And look, if you have the essence of characters or interesting characters, I don't think people care.
No.
Like I know Gary, Mahler, and Az all love the show. Who else? Ryan, off the top of my head. And they're not someone who would just say, I like a show because I like a show. They have reasons. And the fact that you got big comic book guys actually still liking it, even though it's not true to the character, shows that you can do that. Just do it well. Whereas you see, I always bring up Acolyte. That doesn't feel like a Star Wars show. How am I supposed to believe it's Star Wars? Penguin still does feel like it's in the world of Batman and Gotham, right?
Oh, absolutely. And but it just feels really real. Like it doesn't feel like comic booky. It doesn't feel like it's like super villain or whatever. It feels like, okay, this kind of shit could happen. Like these could be real people. This could actually be happening right now. It's very grounded, isn't it?
They made him up.
Gotham a character? What do you
Thank
mean?
Jeff.
They made Gotham a character?
Are you saying Victor is a personification of Gotham?
Is that Victor is Gotham? Or really?
I don't know. I'll let Jeff explain himself.
Yeah, Jeff, we need more. But it's working really well for me. Like I think it's just a really good mob TV show type thing, isn't it? It's like it's good in that sense. Like take away the whole like Penguin thing, it's still a great TV show.
Well, regardless, that power struggle for being the head of the underground world, the evil people against Batman, that is always going to be like a civil war almost, you know, between all the factions and trying to see where they lay. And Penguin's kind of like this person who doesn't want the leadership at the same time, wants to be the person, be like puppeting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pulling all the strings.
He seems to be playing a game of 4D chess right now. He seems to be knowing where to push the buttons and who to call on.
Which is really cool. Like
Really good.
someone who is a master manipulator where you don't have to say the things in order to make the things happen. I freaking love that. We have had so many TV shows from Marvel, from Disney, like just the whole, I'm going to tell you how things happen versus instead, let's use body language,
Mhm.
you know, movement in order to tell the story as well. We've been missing that style of communication in a lot of shows, and you know, it shows because not a lot of people are watching. They're not interested. Whereas like Penguin, you cannot be on your phone while
Yeah.
you're watching it. You will miss so much.
It's so good. I just want it. I just want to watch it. Oh, I don't want
Yeah.
to wait a week. It's
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah, exactly. Crediting the audience with intelligence of actually being able to like comprehend the things that they are putting in front of them. Like you can actually take it in and actually understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Instead
And
of,
even
like,
if you don't
getting
understand it,
bogged
all, fine. Like I feel like you get the premise of it for the most part. I'm
Mm.
not the brightest person when it comes to watching stuff, but I'm highly entertained by the
Well,
show.
yeah, exactly. It's like Colin Farrell. Like, can I have a man crush on him just because he's so good right now?
You can.
Like,
I have many man crushes. He's one of them.
like honestly, like I've never respected a actor
Really?
more than him right now in the Penguin. Like, I feel, yeah, he's just doing a really good job, and I'm really sad that there's been reports of him going never again. I'm not going.
Well,
through
no,
that.
because that suit is so hard to get in. I
Yeah.
understand the makeup, but it looks so real. He would have to be paid a lot for him to do it again, I think.
They would have a lot of money for him if, like, what's the limit? Where I wonder how much he got paid for this.
I don't
Probably-
know if there's any reports that I've seen.
I doubt it's being made public. But what's the amount of money that he'll say yes to? Because can we start a GoFundMe? Because I want to. Who knows where the season's going? Everyone might be dead at the end, and they'll like call it a day. And that might be great. Who knows? But I just like it. It's so good. Holy crap!
Yeah, I don't see anything about that, but they do have an article about his net worth, which is speculated to be 80 million.
Okay.
So I'm thinking he'd have to make $1 million per episode, then at least. At
Mhm.
least.
So
I think he would actually, if it's 8 episodes, probably 1 point something mil,
mhm.
given how well it's been received.
Yeah.
And as long as it hits the landing, that's the scary part.
Yeah.
It might not hit the landing. There's still time for it to still devolve into today's type of trash, but I'm being so hopeful.
See, the problem is the way they're working at the moment is it is quite far off the source material, isn't it? It's stepped quite a long way away. It's like, okay, so this episode is called Bliss. This season episode 3 is called Bliss. And Bliss is the drug that they're peddling. And a lot of people are saying, okay, like, so who is it in it's the psychiatrist that has all the drugs and stuff, the Scarecrow in the Batman, and it's and he normally has this psychedelic kind of drug that makes people go crazy, and they're thinking, okay, is this drug meant to be similar to that? But the way that they were selling it in the episode is Bliss is like this party drug just to make everyone forget where they are and who they are, and they can just have a good
in
time.
pure bliss.
Yeah, exactly. So and that's the way that they're gonna take over the underworld, is with this party drug. But it kind of like okay, like that seems quite far off from the source material or whatever, with like the scarecrow. Like, people are saying, is the Scarecrow going to come out? Is that going to be part of this? But it seems quite a long way away from that. So that's what I've heard anyway.
Well, I'm okay with it. And this is, well, I'm a normie, so maybe I don't have the right perspective because I'm not a huge fan of the IP, but I find it highly entertaining. And if we are any representation of the normie audience, they're gonna love it. Aw, hurts. You're so cute. Morning roast is my party drug. Yeah, caffeine all day. Okay, not all day, just till noon. You don't want to be up all night.
That's it. It's like coffee at 4 o'clock. No.
The people who can like drink coffee and then fall asleep. The only time that happens for me is if I drink coffee at nighttime, like on a night shift. I will go home, take a melatonin, and then pass right out.
Oh, okay.
But that hasn't happened in a while, thank God. But yeah, such a great show. I'm excited. We are almost halfway through the
That's
season.
sad. Can't be. But like, I watched episode 3 yesterday. I was like, is it only been 3 episodes? It feels like more. It feels like so much has happened.
The biggest thing with a show like this is within an hour, you get so much happening, right? Like the plot is driven so forward. And then when you look at shows like Agatha, 20 minutes in, you're like, they went in a house, they got stuck, they sang a song, they left the house. That was the whole episode.
Maybe we should touch on Agatha, really, but yeah. And like, I like the reflection time as well, being able to actually process what we've seen rather than having the binge watch model. But able to talk it out and see what other people think and kind of go from there.
Well, that also is because you enjoyed it. Like Agatha is weekly, but is the conversation longer than 2 minutes on what happened?
Well,
right? Like, think about it. Do you drop and analyze all the stuff that happened in each Agatha episode? No, because the stuff that happened isn't interesting. Oh my God, they're wearing cute clothes.
God, right, I must say, right, some of them were looking quite like, you could see that the chests were.
They were very like slutty.
They were
outfits.
I'm not going to complain too much about that, to be honest.
Oh, so is that your favorite part of what happened in the episode?
I didn't watch it all because I actually didn't enjoy it at all. I turned it off. I was like, I can't be asked.
So see, this is what I'm saying is people don't care about it. Oh my God, they go in a house, they do things. So much happens. No.
It's like it's the same thing. They're singing the same song again. It's like
it's not even a good song.
Right? Down the road.
Down the witch's road.
Okay. This week we're gonna do it in a reggae style, and then the week after that we're gonna an homage to everyone around the world. And like even the first time they sang the song, it was too long. Like they should have made that like a 20-second bit and then just left it. Incantation done. Yeah.
But I don't need a 1.5-minute rendition of the song because I just want it to be over.
Was that only 1.5 minutes? It felt like forever.
I don't know. It could have been longer, but I just, yeah. And yes, Psychotic Mongoose, or as Disbrew likes to call you, Psycho. We've got better songs as blurbs. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Like,
no. No. I refuse to accept that as a good song. It's definitely the horsecock song.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I haven't heard that in a while. Actually, no, someone played it this past week. I missed it. Thank you.
You missed the horsecock.
I did, but they were playing it while I was playing a scary game. So screw you guys. They were trying to make me scream because it was the mic picked up your voice, and then the monster would hear you. And
oh, right.
Yeah. Jonathan played it. See, Psychotic Mongoose remembers. So, anyways, back to Agatha. We're halfway through the season. Thank God.
Good.
8 episodes.
I must say, because we didn't actually get to speak about episode 3. I don't think.
Oh, the wine one.
I didn't hate. Was it that one? There was one.
That was
when
the
it was
wine
like,
one where they
when it was
drank
like-
it and were poisoned, and they needed to
I
make a potion, and they did it in the kitchen in the sink.
with the sous vide. There was
With the
one
sous
episode.
vide.
Maybe there was one. Was like, okay, I didn't hate that. Maybe it was the episode. Maybe it was episode
The
2.
first
where I-
episode probably was the best episode, to be honest, for me.
was it
where-
episode-
Where she was doing the cop procedural, and it was like, okay, it's not the worst, it's not the best, but I could watch this maybe. She's a little too much with the chewing of the gum,
Yeah.
but it's fine. I can deal with that if the story and all was actually interesting. And then as soon as they became witches, it was like, no, thank you.
No.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. And I love Aubrey Plaza, but Aubrey Plaza is just, she's just there for me. Like she does her part well enough, but I think the story just doesn't do it for me. Her character isn't interesting,
I
but
think, isn't
she's
it, like,
good.
Is she bad or is she good? Like, is she against Agatha or is she with her? Is she gonna screw everyone over or is she
I
gonna
don't
help them?
know.
I
But
don't
that's the
know,
thing.
like-
Their motivations are pretty either they're like almost so clear that it's like, okay, that's boring because all of them have the same motivation, or you have no idea. You're like,
all the other witches are there to get their powers back or to get powers or to
Yeah.
lift a curse or to, that one sort of thing. But I don't know what her character is gonna do.
she wants to scissor Agatha. I don't know.
Mm.
Is that a strong enough motivation for you, Mr. Porkchop, to watch in their low cut cleavage shirts?
I mean, yes.
Okay, men are easy, is what I'm hearing.
Like I don't have to have the volume on, do I? Like I can just kind of
See, Russ understands. Is she bad or is she I think it's Agatha or wanting to scissor with her.
Oh, was there scissoring? Oh, I didn't.
I'm sure there was at one point.
I have no idea. And like,
I'm
are we
sure-
okay with like the next door neighbor being dead? Is that fine?
I mean, like they dragged this poor normal woman onto this quest because Agatha was so selfish, and then she died, and they're like, "Oh, we'll bury her," kind of, but like, I don't really care. Like that's so awkward. Like you just killed your neighbor.
Oh,
Horrible, horrible people, and walking around naked in front of young teenagers, also weird. But anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Az is here. Az is here. Where is he? Where's?
What?
I can see him. Where is he? He's here. Why can't I see him in your chat on Streamlabs? He said base hoodie. Boost.
Oh, Az is here. I don't see him in here. But anyways, Az, earlier I said this, and this is he's probably getting clipped. Az's face is on my chest, and this is the longest he's been here. What did he say? He said based hoodie. Ah, that's why he's here. He wanted to just comment on the hoodie.
Absolutely.
And Az is always on my desk too. Here, I'll show you Az. He's my pen cup holder. Go to Heel versus Babyface and find his merch. He's got good
Nice.
merch.
Oh, that's an OG one. That's good.
Yeah, before he changed his logo. The new logo is nice, but I love having the stuff you can't get anymore. The rarity of it all. Okay, I shouldn't have pulled out the cup of pins. God dang
Wait,
it.
apparently you said something blurb worthy.
Oh, as his face on my chest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
I kind of knew Psychotic was
Yeah.
going to do that.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Psychotic. You're welcome, Az. That's going to be forever remembered. But in any case, okay, back to Agatha. Boring. I don't care. And like, I love a good girly show. Okay, I really do. I loved Vampire Diaries. I loved, shoot. My brain is farting. You know, I don't have good memory.
My brain is
The
farting.
originals. What else? I even love that spin-off after that. you know, I love girly shows, but this like girl power show of Agatha just doesn't interest me.
Yeah. Who's
it's
it
not
for? Yeah, I don't know. It's boring. It's boring.
Boring. Anywho, so yeah, that's Agatha. But you know what else is boring? Or I don't know. Did you watch it?
I didn't. Well, I didn't because everyone said it was shit. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna watch it then.
Oh my god. I watched Joker 2, Folie, Deux. I actually like saying it properly because I really do love French. But I watched it. It is one of the worst, if not the worst movie I've watched this year.
Really? What? Because of the story? Because of the action? Because of the acting?
Absolutely was the story. So I actually really like Gaga in the Harley role, and I really liked Joaquin Phoenix in his Arthur role. Both individually did a very good job portraying their roles. That's fine. We'll throw that out there. The movie, very well lit, very well produced, very well shot. It is the two things for me: editing and story.
Okay.
And pacing. Well, I guess that has to do with editing as well.
Okay. So
I love musicals. Yes. I love musicals.
Okay.
Love them. Absolutely love them, you know. But musicals, when you watch like them perform a song, there's some emotional tie as to why you might like the song. No, like Mulan training. Training montage. She goes from this meek soldier into like this crazy, like she might not be the strongest, but she uses her head and not a Mary Sue way too, by the way, and in your face, because also she could die if they found out she was a woman, to become a good soldier. She doesn't have to use brute force. And that's like a really cool way to overcome some like, you know, difficulty that you have.
Okay.
So
how did they use it in this? Was it so there was speculation from the trailer that it was like a dream sequence, or it was all in the head, or it wasn't really happening?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
Because
you watched it, right?
They never really no, I watched it. They never really kind of addressed that. They would just like dialogue, all of a sudden go into I'm singing in here so that we can sing in this part of the show. And then we're going to sing and then continue smoking. I don't know. And then the actual, like, there were maybe two singing sequences that I actually like. The one in the courthouse where the Joker is like the Joker. And then there was one other song, like I didn't care for the song, but I really liked the dancing and singing. There was climbing a mountain or something like that where Gaga was on the piano and like dancing around as she was playing and singing. That looked fun, but it didn't care for the actual number in the movie. And will I remember this 2 weeks away? No, because that emotional tie to push the story that I would be like, holy crap, that was cool. You know, the song was good. I'll remember it. Didn't have that.
So they've gone, so they went down the classic musical route of just breaking out into song and dance for no particular reason other than it's a musical.
Yeah. Well, like Glee, for example, Glee does it well where they break out into song and dance because they're like, oh, we're practicing for, you know, our show.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is our assignment. Let's do this. And that's more enjoyable because yet again, you're tying the story in with the song.
Okay.
And then these songs are horrible. Like they sing the same like lines over and over again. Like they're trying to make fetch happen, but it's not going to happen. Okay.
And right. Okay. And the whole thing that everyone's talking about on the internet.
Which whole thing?
The thing with the Joker and the prison.
Oh, the ending. Yeah. I thought the ending was it could have been interesting. So after kind of listening to a few people's takes on the Joker, him not being the actual Joker and the Joker stabby him. I think if you did it right, and if Arthur Fleck was the impetus of the Joker's coming, like that's a cool origin story. Like,
Sorry, so it wasn't the Joker.
yeah, Arthur is not the Joker.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I'm just going off what everyone else.
Yeah. So he inspires the other people. Like, you see, just even outside the courthouse prior to this like ending scene, a lot of people are dressed like Joker. They love him. They love his character. They're rooting for him. Like, maybe he inspired other people to be evil within this world. And I think that would be a cool origin story of an origin story if they did that right.
Is that origin story Inception? How many origin stories are we going to have?
Well, all they like is origin stories in movies. To be fair. But yeah, he's not the Joker. What they insinuated is the guy who ends up stabbing him, he is laughing maniacally and then also creating a smile on his face. So if that doesn't tell you that it's the Joker, then I don't know what will.
Right. Sure. Okay. So marks out of 10?
Oh, 8.
How many coffee beans? We should do this. How many coffee beans would you give this
How
show?
many beans would I like to flick for this? What?
Yes.
I'm kidding.
Just the one, yeah.
Out of 10, maybe a 2. It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't great. And like you've heard most movies that haven't been great, I've given it 5, like an average. It kind of entertained me, kind of didn't. This movie was not entertaining. The only reason they get 2 out of 10 is because of Joaquin and Gaga's performance.
Okay. So then that's how many coffee beans would you give Agatha?
Agatha was more entertaining, but empty of a story, but it's also shorter. That's why I thought it was better.
You can tolerate it, but it is over 8 episodes, so or 9.
Maybe a 3 or probably 3 so far. 3 out of 10.
Okay.
It's not the worst, but it's not the best.
I'm liking this. This.
How many beans we flicking?
We need to develop this. We need to develop this idea. And then the Penguin series.
Oh, Penguin.
From the 2 episodes you've seen,
like 8 or 9.
Wow.
Sorry,
Okay.
Kara.
Yeah.
I need more coffee. If I were at your house right now, I'd buy you all the coffee. I make sure all my friends are well caffeinated.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you? What would you give Agatha?
Agatha is a solid 4, just because I've seen some butt and side
Boobs.
Yeah.
Okay. What about? Okay, you didn't watch Rings of Power though, right?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
No.
I give Rings of Power probably 3 out of 10. I'd say it's less entertaining than Agatha with a 3 or 4 out of 10.
Okay.
But it's not much.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my God. So, thank you, Kara. I'm so sorry. She's like, I forgot to do something for her.
God, do your work. God damn it.
I am the worst. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm going to do it right now because I totes forgot. I'm the worst. It's okay. This morning, I didn't even know whose channel it was supposed to be on.
What? Right. There's me thinking I did a good thing.
No, I'm just forgetful.
thing.
I'm just forgetful. It's not you. It's literally me.
So we need to talk about the figures that have come out for the Joker. Have you seen that? Have you seen?
Oh yes. So I have an article from Deadline. No one's laughing now. Joker Folie Deux falls down with a 39 to 40 million opening.
Eek.
Million.
Eek.
How the sequel went sideways, Sunday box office. Now, the boys were saying when they went to that early screening on Monday that the theaters were all very full. And I think, word of mouth, I haven't heard too many people like say they enjoyed the movie, loved the movie.
Mhm.
Um,
I've
which,
not heard anyone say anything positive about the movie at all.
yeah. And this took what, 200 million to make, so they're gonna be bleeding money. If they even get to 50, I'll be shocked.
It's
That
nuts.
drop off is gonna
So
be
the
huge.
first Joker cost under 100 million to make and took over $1 billion at the box office.
Yep.
Or around $1 billion. This one, 200 mil and not even 40 mil.
Yeah.
Mental, isn't it? Mental.
Yeah. Which is wild. So they're gonna lose so much money. So see, they said production cost 190 mil net, which is way below forecast of 31.
Hmm.
It's so bad. The math ain't mathin'. What I think is crazy is the title says how the sequel went sideways. Well, I don't know if they totally understand why people don't like the movie.
Mm.
Like, we already, before it even started, so much skepticism. They didn't need another movie. I'm okay with the mystery.
It was just a massive cash grab, right? They wanted to do that $1 billion take as well. Again, they wanted that. They wanted the same thing again. They saw what they got from the first one and were like, we want that.
They should have actually had the movie released shortly after, like within a year or two, like in production again. The fact that they had to go in the archives and dig this up and beg the director and the star to be back on with money, dollar signs, I think that shows you that it's probably not going to be good. Their heart's not in it. They're just doing it for the paycheck.
That's just how it is now, unfortunately. Do you think that the studios are going to learn from this? Are they going to learn? Are they looking at the Penguin and other shows now and saying, okay, there's a bit of a change going on with people's viewing habits and what they want to see, and they're not going to take this bullshit anymore. Let's pump out good content.
Look at just the history of all these movies that have been flopping since COVID kind of occurred. You know, have they learned from it? No. Maybe they learned not to attack the audience as much, but there's still people attacking the audience. Journalists are still attacking the audience. Amanda Stenberg attacked her audience.
Like, do you think Lady Gaga's gonna make a a video of her twerking, going, "Why is no one watching this?"
Lady Gaga doesn't care. I think Lady Gaga isn't in the news with her personal life like that. So I don't see her actually coming out with an opinion. Maybe, she's been in the business for a very long time. She likely understands that. She's probably the richest one out of everyone on staff.
Probably.
And I wonder why. Maybe she knows to shut up.
See, like a lot of people who are like people like actors and whoever, they don't care if they're in a flop because they get paid anyway. So whatever.
For me, I want the residuals.
Unless they get the residual. Yeah.
Like the Friends, they still make a hell of a ton of money off of that.
Oh my god. Oh no. I was like, I saw a thing saying there's gonna be a new Friends, but no, it was a meme I saw saying.
Oh, okay.
I was like, shit. It was a meme. It was the boys meme, actually. It was so funny.
Yeah, no, that's a show that definitely shouldn't come back. The sitcoms aren't I don't think they're a thing of this time anymore, unfortunately.
No.
But
Have you watched Friends recently?
Have I what?
Have you watched Friends recently?
Like episodes here and there. Sometimes people have it on.
It's yeah. It wouldn't go down well now.
What do you mean?
But like for some of the Friends, some of the stuff they're saying and doing.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a thing of its time. I like to look at period pieces as that from that time, and those were the norms back then. Sure, I understand some of the content is a bit more risque, but that's, culture changes. It's been over 30 years for some of these episodes.
Nuts, isn't it?
Right? I know. Right? Same thing. Frasier would be like of its time. What other shows? Even probably Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh my god, I watched
Arrested
the
Development.
whole thing of Malcolm in the Middle recently, like this year, and it's fantastic. It holds up really well. It's brilliant. I love it. I could watch that whole show again.
But like some of the jokes are just too naughty.
Well, Malcolm in the Middle, not really. Like I watched it with applesauce, and he absolutely loved it. It's pretty good. It holds
So
up.
I'll
Well.
take it off that list then.
Yeah. No, it holds up well.
Oh, that 70s show. That would be a show that definitely has some no. It's too much for today. But yeah, let's just finish this article here. Friday, 20 million, which includes the previews, and Saturday dropped 45% to 11.4. And I think them putting that release on Monday really did hurt their sales because people were already talking. Then you have the critic reviews on Wednesday when they watched it, and then the people on Thursday. So if you got 3 days before the weekend of people watching it, and you're like, well, if they're not liking it, I'm not gonna go see it. Sorry. Oopsies. So yeah.
This is gonna be what? Is this gonna be the biggest flop of the year? Is this the biggest loss from a studio? Do you reckon? Or
Well,
what else
we'll
is
find
made?
out.
Or maybe
We'll find out.
what else is flopped this year? Maybe we should do a roundup at Christmas or in the new year of the biggest flops of the year.
Why not? Do you want to do the math for us?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make Mr. Porkchop do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So in this article, no amount of clever marketing, not selling the pick as a musical, selling it as a Joker film could have saved this. I think the fact that they sold it as a musical ended up hurting them a lot more. What dude wants to go see a comic book movie and have musicals in it? And then at that, every time a song came on, I wanted to leave the theater. Like I literally did an audible
Oh god. Okay. Yeah.
each time. Like, can I fast forward through this? No one seemed to like it. Everyone seemed distracted. I saw a guy on his phone at points, and I'm like, I wish
Really?
I was me. I wish that was me. But it wasn't. So yeah.
Oh,
Warner Brothers, get your
seems like
stuff
a
together.
really bad call. It seems like a really bad call. Like, why? Like, who even think that was a good idea in the first place of a musical?
I don't know. I wish I did. I wish I had the answers, Mr. Porkchop. I really do. I have no idea. Chat thinks Borderlands lost the most, 100 million.
Did anyone? Is that out? Has anyone seen that?
But if Joker is pretty steady, Joker might have lost 150 million.
It's a lot of money.
Potentially. It's a lot of money. Well, right now it's at 160 million loss, but it's still in the box office, so we got to give it a little bit of time. But I think it's going to end up being around 150.
Trouble is the whole industry is in like massive turmoil at the moment. Like no one's getting work. Like the people
Because
that
they
are
keep
working,
on releasing bad stuff, and then the strike didn't help either. You're asking for more money when Hollywood doesn't have enough money to pay people. So you backed yourself into a corner. You effed around and found out, and now most people are out of a job.
Womp womp.
Not all people, just most. All those little people in those unions that were on the the bottom of the list, and you were striking. Just think about it. You struck yourself out. Yep. And
it's an industry where everyone gets paid so much money anyway. It's ridiculous. Even the lowest person on the rung gets ridiculous amount of money compared to normal people. Yeah.
Well, let's go back to hiring the Mexicans. I don't know. Come over the border. Come get a job. It's fine.
It's such a horrible industry of like waste, massive waste. Like yeah, it's horrible. Anyway, whatever.
Just
Yeah,
that money away. But you know what else is horrible about the industry? I love that we kind of talked about this yesterday on the Nooner, but Glamour had an article here. Jodie Turner-Smith, who I don't know, by the way, no idea who she is. This title says, "We don't get to fail upwards like a lot of white men." Let that sink in. As a white man, have you been failing upwards, Mr. Porkchop?
No, just failing generally. There is no upward trajectory at all. I wish there was, but there is not.
What has she seen, Jodie Turner-Smith, that you think men just fail upwards in comparison to, I guess, a person like yourself? I don't know. So she says here, the last few years have been anything but ordinary for Jodie Turner-Smith, from becoming a Hollywood mainstay to mainstay.
Who
I
is
don't
she?
even know who you are. To navigating a very public divorce, the actor has ridden the storm of being a woman in the public eye as we recognize her trailblazing on-screen performances at this year's Glamour's Woman of the Year Awards. Ayana Murray gets a rare insight into the off-screen woman and finds that she leaves a lasting impact.
Oh, she's Anne Boleyn.
I don't even remember that character.
That's
yes,
Anne.
so great that she's getting an award that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
In a movie that I barely knew existed.
It's a TV miniseries of Anne Boleyn. Do you know
what?
Have you seen a picture of? Do you know what Anne Boleyn? Do you know who Anne Boleyn is?
Doesn't look like Jodie. Is all I know.
Do you know who Anne Boleyn is?
Oh my god.
She was the Queen of England in 1533. The wife of Henry VIII.
It makes so much sense why Jodie got the role.
And we've got portraits of her.
Portraits. I love that. God. And this is we gotta get to the part Gary went to. But I like some of these highlights. Just because I make movies or TV shows or a married person that people love doesn't mean that everyone gets to own me. No one does. But the way that you act, the way that you talk to your audience really does affect how they feel about you. Actions have consequences, whether they're positive or negative. So be careful what roles you choose. I understand why she would want to take the role as Anne Boleyn. But if I could offer the role of Anne Boleyn, I'd be like,
you can't.
Like, I'm Asian. That makes no sense.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Rewriting history is fine, right?
No, people have been trying to rewrite history, and that is not a way to learn from what happened in the past. Yeah. You need to learn from your mistakes, not change it, not change the narrative.
Written by the victors, so you never.
It's literally so stupid. This is like a very when you do a mistake at work and you sweep it under the rug and try and hope no one finds out. This is the type of action when you replace a character with a character that didn't exist at the time. I will give this. Bridgerton, it's a period piece, so to speak, but it's not a documentary. Okay, they're not trying to. I'm okay with it because of the ostentatiousness of the show. It's highly entertaining for me. And yeah, I know the queen wasn't black. Okay, I know. But I love the interpersonal stories of the families, of them courting people, like the rich courting each other to find a good marriage match. I thought that was entertaining. I don't care about the people. Also, in the first season, oh my God, the guy who plays the Duke of Hastings. Oh, what's his face?
I don't know what his face is, but his chest. Woof.
Oh, his chest is yes. Bridgerton. Let me see. What was his name? Most of the dudes on there are pretty good looking. Let's see.
Good old what's his face, absolutely.
Good old
he-
what's his
he
face.
was
Yep.
my favorite, and I liked what's a yep, that one. Mhm.
That one.
Yeah,
Let's see. Hastings. Roger Jean Page.
Oh, didn't he? Right. Okay. So he married the girl in that, and for anyone who's like from England, she wasn't she. She was she's the daughter of Gail Platt from Coronation Street.
Is she? But I don't know. He's this girl.
Yeah.
Now, and she's pretty too. So it's like,
She's very
I'm okay
pretty.
with this.
She's
You got
very
hot
pretty.
people being hot.
Yeah.
I'm all right. Let's do it. Let's do it up. But yeah, this lady doesn't get it though. Let's
No,
see.
so basically what I'm getting from that article is I'm failing at everything I'm doing. Why don't you like me?
Yeah, being a woman is just so hard, but just know that you're capable no matter what. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. We're going to get there to that place where people stop having a stick up their arse about people of color being a part of IPs that were created by white people. It's not, your character is not an IP. It's a historical fact. Like,
Mhm.
you know, are we calling all historical figures IPs now?
Oh, probably.
They're called history for a reason. It happened. Those are the facts.
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah. I mean, she's not a
Sure.
bad looking woman and maybe she's a good actress, but like, no.
Possibly. Like Anne Boleyn gets a 5.6 on IMDb. She's honestly, she's never been in. She hasn't. Okay, she's in Bad Monkey. Apparently,
I don't know that one.
no. That apparently that's a new one.
Oh, she's
out.
in the Acolyte. She's
She's
a
in-
leader of planetary organizations. Forgot about her. But
She's in
yeah.
The Acolyte. She played God in Sex Education. Okay.
Yeah.
Anne Boleyn, like nothing that she's in or is getting particularly good ratings.
So maybe we should
Maybe
take a look at maybe the projects you're working on.
Do better.
Yeah. So she says here they've got to stop doing these things where they don't say anything when people are getting effing dogpiled on the internet with racism and bullshit. They have tried to do that, and guess what? It actually amplifies it.
Mm.
So you want someone to go be your shield for you.
She just wants everything handed to her. But like
She
I
thinks
don't
it's so unfair. The response to the Acolyte. Well, make a better show. It's okay for people not to like a show if people are passionate about it. If you do not understand it, the way you feel this passion for your project, that's how they feel, maybe even tenfold, because you don't know about this IP. I mean, Star Wars isn't a historical fact. Maybe not. We'll see. But
see,
it's
no one's saying anything about race or color or anything, particularly with Star Wars, like Acolyte or whatever. You know, who cares? Like, it's just the performance. Everything about that was shit. Like, but they're not bringing anything else into it apart from the performance, the story. It doesn't matter. Who cares? They could be good, but there you go.
whatever. But I thought that article was a laugh. I can't wait to see Disbrew cover that article. I think he might. But yeah, Star Wars, everything needs to be put in a vault and let simmer for a little while. And then hopefully it can come back stronger than ever. People have forgotten how bad it is and enjoy it for what it could be or what it was prior to all the crap in the last 10 years.
It's going to take a while.
It's going to take a while, abusive relationships. It feels like an abusive relationship. You can get over it. Okay. You can. We can get over this,
I'm
guys.
not sure we can.
The abuse of Disney or from Disney. You know, I believe in y'all. But yeah. We got a super chat here.
Justin Martins, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I think I can vouch for Mr. P. I've watched his streams. Outlook not looking good, as the 8-ball would say. Wait, what?
What Outlook? I don't
What?
understand.
What? I didn't understand.
I don't either.
Just a super chat with your response. No.
Oh my gosh. I know there's one that came in last week. If you're okay with me reading it.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know if I'm going to be live in the next little bit, but this was from Magnum Norris. Says, so all these people knew this and were silent. Maybe they were afraid. And this is talking about the Diddy stuff. Yes, people are afraid. If it was a ring of these strong, what seemingly is connections, and they can ruin you, that can put you in silence. I can understand that. But at the same time, silence is violence, as they say. And literally, it brought violence on some people. So,
yes, it's troubling. I think is everything going to get exposed slowly but surely?
I hope so. That's what trials are for, right?
Yeah.
So, Diddy is not failing upwards now. He's been caught. This is the way it should happen if you do bad things. So,
yeah. The falling upwards. He's saying I'm falling down. If that's what he's saying.
Oh,
good. He's saying I'm shit.
Thanks, Justin. I mean, that would be more you saying thanks. I have nothing to do with this. But yeah. All right. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. All right. What do you have coming up, Mr. Porkchop?
All the things and stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
I'm gonna cry myself to sleep every night for the next month.
Why?
Because you're going away and leaving me.
Aw, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I think you will do very well. You're just.
Yeah. Have you ever thought, what if we do better without you?
Okay, sure, try. Go ahead, try. Do it.
Yeah,
do it.
I'm gonna try. No, I'm
not. Okay, I owe you guys 75 squats. Maybe I'll go live for a little bit and do 75 squats. That's it.
Squat cam.
Yeah, and then legitimately, guys, I'm afraid you guys are gonna send me 75 squats. No, sorry, I'm gonna do 75 squats and then get more in a good way, but it's also bad, and then hurt more.
Well, just put the price up.
$1 per squat's pretty, even steep.
Yeah, but if you don't want any more, just put them up to a tenner each.
Tenner? Oh no,
don't want any more.
I think $1 is very generous. I'm okay with that. I might take away the membership chats. We'll see. No, I actually kind of like them, having them memberships chats for squats. I think that was just a nice little built-in, into your membership. So, I'm going to be in Peru for almost 2 weeks. And then after that, I go to San Antonio for the Space Con. So I'm going to be all over the place, but I'm going to be so excited to stream from Gary's room for Moaning Roasts again, come in 2 weeks.
Oh, wait. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back in the room.
Cool.
So,
well, let me know when you're, yeah, cool.
Yeah, you can see my half-packedness over here, my clothes. It's so messy. I'm sorry, chat. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Mr. Porkchop. Make sure you sub to both of our channels. And we got one thing here.
Mr. P will be doing squats all month. Oh yes. What will I?
So I hear
I'm gonna do a squat for 50 cents here. I'm gonna undercut you. Everyone wants to see me squat. I'll even put the cam down there. I'll squat on the cam. I'll tell you what, chat. Look out! Here it
Don't
comes.
say things you're gonna regret. They're gonna be like, "Where's our squat cam?" Yup.
Thanks, Greg. This takes 2 months. I
Yup.
appreciate you, dude.
Yes, Superman needs to watch out. I'm gonna grab his butt, and yes, and we're going to Machu Picchu. So,
Oh, amazing.
yes, Mr. Porkchop, do you
Send me
want
a
to set up
postcard.
our outro? Seeing as you're gonna have to do it because I see you have most of it done already. You can do it.
What do you want me to do? Just press this button.
Share. Yeah. Oh
Nope.
my god.
Oh,
Bye, everyone.
bye.
3, 2. Oh my god, Mr. Porkchop.
Wake up to morning roast, Mr. Porkchop and Xray Girl serving up the latest news with a side of laughter twirl.
You do
Get
you.
your coffee ready,
But I'll do myself.
join us
Oh, no,
for
God.
the fun. Morning roast podcast, the day has
I like a
just
rich tea when it's like super soggy and it's like flopping around.
We'll keep you in the loop with jokes and banter. There's never a moment to droop. Tune in with your morning brew. Let's ignite the spark. Morning roast podcast. It's a journey in the dark.
Actually, I think a cup of coffee is just what I need.
I want that in my mouth.
Where's the girl? I need a cup of coffee.